Welcome to QuickBooks Bumps, Benefits, Tips, and Tricks for QuickBooks Online. Today I will be going into part 2 of my bumps and benefits, but also the tips and the tricks for rental properties. And last time, my other video, and you can check down below for the link, was tips on rental properties, and I am using a sample company, Craig's Real Estate and Rentals. And you can go back to that video for setting up and using it. I showed you last time to create an invoice. And I'll go back to my previous invoice that I created for Cool Cars, the commercial rental. And when you create your invoice, you put in your category for rent. In this case, it's commercial rental, the dollar amount, and adding the classification, the class it's called. Classes tell you each different rental property that you own. That way you can track the income and the expenses for the properties. And I also have a rental to class, meaning if you didn't have didn't know exactly where the expense went or the income, you can put it there for now and then put it on the proper property or company if it's something like office supplies and so on that aren't really tracked to one particular property. And right now I will go and save that again, and I'll start showing you some of the expense side. Right here in this dashboard, you also see our banking. Again, this is only a sample company showing a negative bank balance and a positive QuickBooks balance. But you have to go through and put in your transactions, meaning it pulled all these transactions in from the bank. You have to put in a category. In this case, I'll start with, again, a sample company. It's Hicks Hardware. And to pick a category, the vendor is very important to have in. That way you can always do reports and show each person you paid, and that is what a vendor is, whether it's PP&L, Hicks Hardware, or somewhere else. The local sewage company, and you want to pick a category. In this case, it's repairs. And there it is again, the class. And again, only you can see the classifications. Nobody else will see this on invoices and so on. This is for your internal purposes, so you know all the income. And now we'll be putting in all the expenses. And we add it, and that will track the $1,500 CAD for Cool Cars for the rental, and then the expenses. And I'll come down here for utilities. PG&E, gas and electric, and pick the class. And once you do this, you're putting your transactions into your check register, but you're also adding the classifications to them as well. You can see right here, some transactions are already in the register, but right here, as you go through each of these transactions, they'll have a class on it. And if there's something that you forgot, there's another Hicks Hardware. We can edit. And I showed you when we first set up in my previous video, if you click on a button, it'll give one class for each line. So if this first line was for rental property A, the second line here, rental property B, you go to the next one, rental property A, and so on. You can divide them up and put them on the proper property and save it. And now you're having your expenses tracked, not only to multiple properties, but it's one expense paid to Hicks Hardware, but every single thing that you did, that you bought at Hicks Hardware, you can divide out, whether it's on a credit card or an ACH payment, right into your bank account. And that'll close out today's lesson. So if you like my bumps, benefits, tips, and tricks for QuickBooks Online, please hit the subscribe button below. I'd also like to give a shout out to Maria Resuta of Real Resuta Productions for all the great graphics that she's made for me, for my YouTube channel, for my website. You can see everything that comes up, even that I'm accepting small business accounts. So thank you, Maria, and I will see you next time.